Um, as many of you know, I've been counting my family, and I finished my counting obviously today. Um, does not mean like I don't like to work or I want to get out soon. That's why I keep counting. But I want to tell you the truth is I love my work. Not any hesitate at all. I love my work. And I'm counting because I know that I have some limitation. And getting aging is not easy, you know, even though they can work 1 or 2 more years, but I think we have some limitation, and I set the limit for me, and I've been counting down from 1,000 days, and then some of some of the workers here that I don't have a lot of connection because the work day in and out, but the only connection I found myself when I started counting, everybody knew about it, and every time I run into a person in the hallway, they ask, how many more days to eat? And I have to start counting, and sometimes people tell me that I miscount. And they really follow my counting, and it was so amazing that they really pay attention at my counting, and I so appreciate that you give me that feeling as my family. I spent 24 plus my life with all of you here, some of up in Portland. I treasure every time, every friendship, every support, everything that I have with the agency. Um, I'm not sure how to say it about my work because I think Helen, on her retirement, I try to remember what she says so I can learn. I don't know how to prepare my even though I prepare, I won't be able to use my style. I cannot prepare anything. I have to come out. So let's say I learned some from Helen, but I forgot today, Helen. She has a long list she tells us do and don't. I don't have that list, but I have recipe. And I bring my recipe in. That's for cooking, and then you know, couple cooking I try to do with my new oven. My oven was broken, so I get something that I cook on a couple hours. So I try to bring some of my cooking and recipe. And what I bring it in, my culture. And you all accept it so well. It makes me feel so welcome. And that is all about diversity of the country, of the branch and of the child welfare. Make me feel like I am a person like everybody else. Um, and I hear a lot of nice comment about how I do my work, how I've been around, and I have some honor to belong to a great family, a great support. Not too many can come today, but I know that some Asian Thai as well. By the time they get here, maybe we're done. So I know so many, when we invite people, we have to give them like an hour, and this one even starts an hour early. Then you can see several people may start coming at 5 or something. So basically, I would say my recipe cooking, that my culture, and my recipe to be a case worker, just being myself. Each one of you have your own recipe to be a good, yummy, super case worker, and I bring my cake. You know, if I can put it on, I will show you. That make us have a strain and working every day on a difficult job. That's very rewarding. I feel rewarding more than difficult myself. And some of you say, yeah, you have a really easy job. You don't have to go to court, you don't have to go to CRB. And several of you come and say, well, I want your job to be. Well, I know, I kind of spoiled that way, but on the other hand, I don't see that easy job at all. There's some different challenge, and I love big challenge because I found myself as a doctor. I'm not a doctor, right? But a medical doctor can treat people, fight the problem, can fight the issue and give a prescription and treat the people. For me, I'm not a doctor, but I think I fight a social issue. And if you work with a family, you can see the social issue just like the thing that you need to work with, to work on, and to work with together. And I found myself a good doctor. Sometimes I feel, my clients seem like they heal. Sometimes I found myself work harder to help the family than they are. But however, just sometime 10 years later, then I see something that works. It's not like the right away. So with the social work, everyday hard work, you may not see the success right away, but you have to stay in the agency like over 20 years to see some of the things you have done. So each one of you start counting down. Some people say 10 years, nothing. You just start counting down, and you will see what you have done. You touch so many lives. I don't want to say what you already hear a lot about social work. So my recipe to be a good social worker, just be yourself, and you have a lot of ingredients in here. Each one of you have a lot of ingredients. The thing is, how do you use it? How you put it together? Some of you see my recipe, might like it something you know, but a very old recipe because I put it all together. And you like it. I'm glad that you like it. Some of you here make better than I am. I know Sandra Weddle makes best popsicle than I am. And she only hear a recipe. She go home, she did, and her son just don't want to eat any one popsicle. So each one of you have good recipe, good ingredients to be a good caseworker to stay with agency very long. And some of you may know that I purple up every Wednesday. This is about union. I have union stuff. I'm very loyal to them. Because you know, somehow if you go to union, not because of pizza, but because you hear what's going on. And when I heard people get raised in December, I think maybe I think over and they can stay and get a raise. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm not all about money. But I'm so glad that this job give me secure retirement. And I say, just so appreciate everything. I appreciate each one of you for being a caseworker, for being keep up with your hard work every day. I sit at my crib, I heard across from my crib, one of my coworkers dealing with a client, and that client know how to hurt you. And she know all the language, she can hit. And that coworker is very patient. And I know you have, each one of you have a lot of recipe to be a yummy worker, ingredient to be a yummy worker. So just make yourself, just be yourself and doing what you love to do. And if you love to do, just stay do it. And someday you all will have retirement. And I really appreciate the organized committee, a lot of work. They know that I purple up on Wednesday for union, and today Wednesday, so I got all purple around. I appreciate the sensitive and the thoughtfulness. What else I can say? Well, beyond thank you. I want to introduce my family. I'm very fortunate to be born in a family, but with only one brother and sister. And my parents passed away when I was 10, and I was raised by my older brother. He's not able to make it here. But my second sibling is my older sister, only sister also. She helped to raise me as well. When I was in high school, I remember she sent me a check every month with her income. Her husband is a teacher, but she sent me a check to help me with my schooling and everything, and she did that until I grew up and old enough. And now she's here with me. My sister, Ngọc Anh Trang. They're like my parents, so they raised me. And I'm happy because they care about me and they raise me well. The person that I grow old with and will spend all my time on with, I'm not sure how that will be in this time. I'm happy. That person will be in charge of my happiness in the future, and my husband, where is he?
Over there by the door.
I have two daughters, and they may not make it here because my grandson was really sick last night. And one stuck with her business, and then I have a couple more family members. And this is the elder, well-respected elder in the Vietnamese community in Salem, Mr. Nhang Nguyen. My good friend, Sok Miri, she's Chinese, live in Cambodia, and live in Vietnam, and live in American. She travels everywhere. She speaks all the language. You can speak Cambodian with her. You can speak Laos also. 8 languages. Yeah. She's here with us. She's also my sister-in-law. She's my husband's sister. Very supportive, very close to me. So she calls me almost every night and say, "How come you go home late?" And they always say, "Don't call till 3 after 8, so she won't get home." And this is Mary, dear niece-in-law. She works for DHS as well. Jamtran. She's here for a couple of minutes. Yeah, so, and then my husband's cousin, Cảnh Nga Lan from Cop Valley. And I have my adoptive daughter-in-law and grandson, adoptive grandson. in a pleasant atmosphere, and I'm glad to see everybody before I depart from DHS and graduate from Child Welfare Board.
So there's lots more food back here. Enjoy.
Oh, okay, I will.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
I was here a few weeks ago and I thought you were gone.
Didn't get my last check.
She's already told me she has her last check. I said this a few weeks ago, and I say this again. Sometimes you have these silent leaders, and I don't know what it is that when I just connected with this woman here, when I first met her, she's just such a sweetheart. And everything that I've heard about her work with our clients, with the staff, I have never heard a negative. And I'll tell you, that's something. I don't know if anybody can say that about me when I get ready to leave. But I am truly, and I asked her when I came in, what are you going to do? Because I already have some things in my mind. Maybe I'll let her rest for a little while. That she's such a great resource and asset, I think, to the community, and certainly to you folks and to the agency and around diversity and some other things that she may continue to assist me on. And so I am going to miss you. I think the whole entire staff is going to miss you. And that her life story in itself is just something. And your family here, I just thank you for being so supportive, and thank you just for the gentleness and kindness that you continue to display on an everyday basis. Just want to give you a great hug.
I will translate what you say to my family. Some of my family don't speak English, so they won't.
Oh, I can't help there, so maybe deal Ebonic or something now and then, but
a couple of different languages.
Okay.
English really well.
Okay.
I brought, like I say, I brought some door fries, and I brought the recipe, and I have some like a party favorite, which is I don't have enough for everybody. And some people say, you're so generous. And I said, I don't want to argue about it, but being generous is not for yourself. I think I've been shafted because I feel good. I see people open a little present and they like it. And that's how I have my favorite little girls that also present here. I'd like to introduce to you. Her name is Shelby. She's very pretty, and she's one of my favorite person that I know in my life. She's very special, very dear, and we spend a lot of time, and I'm glad that she's here to say goodbye to me. Shelby, could you stand up and wave to him? Okay, so anything else? We go ahead and do the door prize. So I would like to call the organized member committee who organized the event today. So Lacey, please come forward.
I had the help of Jessica Miller, and
Becky.
Becky and
We noticed that you didn't include your new recipe, and Teresa and Lacey had someone at the habit. If you wanted to come in your house, and you did.
You know, the recipe I wrote a long time ago, and Teresa asked me about the noodle already. That's why I cooked for this, and I promise you I will send it. If you have that on my book, I know what it is. And I know I sent you half of your request. Okay, so I know I'm popular because I'm doing more than what I do. Okay, I have it. How much is it? I have a little like a party table. Anyone else? Then let's go ahead and get some more food.
A little bit ago, but he not limited time to
How many people in this room? How many people in this room? Is anyone in this? How many people in this room have a half like this? Raise your hand.
I
Becky has one.
Katie. Katie gone? Yeah. Probably several like a hat. And I think I brought a couple of them for the door drive today. If you haven't had a chance to get the hat for me, because I couldn't give to everybody, but I didn't get it today. And I talked to the story about the hat. This is Vietnamese hat. We wear them, other groups, so for you to put uniform and go in, in the sun, you can wear this on. And if it rains, you don't have to worry because it's waterproof, so you can stay in the sun and the rainy day, anything. However, the story about the hat and my mom in Vietnam, we don't have lotion. We don't have sunscreen. Of course, I don't know sunscreen if you're American, but we are testing. So the hat is just used as a sunscreen. And when I was young, I used to carry them around, and my mom always said, you could bring the hat. Every time I get out, like now my daughter's trying to get sunscreen, lotion, and Purex. So I wear them all the time, and now it's become a habit. So when I come to work here, I bring the hat in, and some people stop and ask me, please, can I wear your hat? Because I think it will help me with my work or something. But then I see that hanging around in the office. So when you resemble it, that's not hanging in the office, and you have it there. So I have several, so if you can get the hat, then you're the lucky one. Think about me. Thank you. So are you ready for the all guys? Yep.
Yeah.